Music is everywhere. Whether it's your favourite tune on the radio or a well-known movie soundtrack, it's an incredibly diverse and popular art form.
Through a combination of pitch, rhythm and dynamics, music has the power to leave us weeping with tears or dancing around the room all night long.
But what is it that makes music so influential? And why is it important to so many people?
This is Music Matters. Hello and welcome to Music Matters. I'm Leisha.
And I'm Harry. Coming up on the show, we catch up with the University of Portsmouth Orchestra to see what it's like playing together in a large ensemble and find out what music means to them.
If you've ever wanted to play your own instrument, you're in luck as we'll be showing you just how easy and rewarding it can be with our very own team of eager musicians.
I got the chance to visit the local charity Music Fusion, who have used music to help thousands of young people across the South Coast.
And finally, we have a special treat for you as we'll be talking to the lead singer and guitarist of the local band Misgivings, Will Pearce, about his musical experiences right here in the studio.
Fantastic. Lots to look forward to, but of course if you're watching at home and would like to get in touch with us, you can do so via any of our social media links displayed on your screen now.
So, we are asking, why is music so important? It's a tough question, but we are determined to find out the answer as music plays such a big role in everyday life. Wouldn't you agree, Harry?
Yeah, definitely. I listen to music on the radio, on my phone, my computer. In many ways, the world just wouldn't be the same without it. We all have a piece of music or an artist that we can relate to. It's a universal language that has evolved over the years into the genres we now listen to today. For example, you may be a fan of 70s soul music.
Or maybe something more current. But with a wide variety of music genres and ways to enjoy them, it's easier than ever to find the style that you love.
Yeah, like 70s soul music.
While it's good to have your own taste in music, it's also a great way of meeting new people who share similar interests. You could attend a festival, you could start a band, or you could even join a local music group.
In fact, we decided to visit the University of Portsmouth Orchestra to find out about what it's like being part of such a group and discover what music means to them. I'm sure they like soul music.
Music's important to me because then I get to practice my instrument but also socialise with everyone there.
Music's important to me because it's given me a skill that I can take forward into life, and this year I've been the orchestra manager, so I've learnt some leadership skills and organisational skills as well. I joined the orchestra at Freshers' Fair because I'd done music before and I really enjoyed it and wanted to continue whilst at university.
I've been playing in orchestras for a long time and so I went to Freshers' Fair and found it.
I play the second horn part. I started learning the French horn at 7 years old and I joined a small wind band, and then when I moved to secondary school I joined my local youth orchestra and I've played with them and orchestras in London ever since.
I play second violin. I started playing 14 years ago and from there I gained experience and went on to different orchestras around my area, and then when I moved down here I played in the orchestra here.
Playing in an orchestra is important because it rounds off your education, you get so much out of it and it's just so much fun.
I think it's important to play in an orchestra because you get to get more experience in the instrument that you're playing and you get to get a feel for what it's like to play in a group.
Social benefits I've gained from joining the orchestra include meeting a great bunch of people, seeing them on a weekly basis, getting to go out with them and perform with them and generally have a really good time.
Some of my best friends are in the orchestra because they're lovely people and you get to know so many different kinds of people and you go out with them and have fun.
Benefits you get from playing in an ensemble include getting to work as part of a team, getting to learn a new skill, and then at the end of the term putting on a performance for other people to enjoy as well as you.
I think one of the main benefits is the social benefits, but then you also get to play your favourite music usually, and you get to practice your instrument and have fun and do music. Oh.
As you can see, there are many benefits to being part of a music group, proving that music can bring a wide range of people together.
But I imagine there's far more to this than just the social side.
Well, funny you should say that, Leisha. Research has shown that there is a positive correlation between music study and improved mental processes.
Well, really?
Yeah, and music education has been shown to increase levels of self-esteem and creativity.
Well, with results like that, it's no surprise that 7 in 10 children across the UK play a musical instrument. This is according to the exam board of the Royal Schools of Music.
Also, did you know that England is a world leader in music education? As according to the National Plan for Music Education, this plan provides a template to ensure that high quality music is taught throughout a pupil's life.
One of the main aims is that children from all over the country should have the opportunity to learn an instrument, make music with others and learn to sing.
There are so many benefits of playing an instrument, including improved finger dexterity, increased arm strength, greater perseverance and greater confidence.
Now, Harry, I've heard that you've tried learning an instrument yourself.
Yeah, I did actually. A few weeks ago, I was challenged to learn an instrument in just 6 hours.
Oh, right, so what did you choose? Piano?
No, I chose...
Oh, wait, guitar?
No, actually...
I bet it was the drums!
No, wait! I chose how to play the violin. Let's see how I got on.
Hi, my name is Aisha and I learnt the violin for 7 years, and today hopefully I'm going to be teaching Harry how to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So how are you feeling about learning the violin?
A bit apprehensive, I suppose. Really quite nervous.
Well, don't worry, because we're going to start with the easy bit. So that's called plucking, otherwise known as pizzicato. So it's basically, you don't use the bow, you're just kind of plucking at the strings to learn the finger movements that you need to know for Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Right, okay.
Let's get started. 2, 2.
Oh, what? Yeah.
1, 1. Yeah.
Oh, that's not the right one.
Let me show you how to properly hold it. So chin rest goes like this. You have your thumb on this side of the fingerboard, and then this finger will rest there for now. Right, and you have to keep your wrist down. Yeah. And then your thumb goes on here on the fingerboard when you're plucking. Okay?
How do you not touch the other strings while you're playing?
With practice.
I get why people don't play these as guitars.
There you go.
Jeez. Jeez, mate, that is impressive.
Okay, so looks like you have plucking under control, but let's see what happens when we introduce the bow. There's a certain way you have to hold the bow, so you have your thumb here on the heel, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and your pinky hangs on the end, or if it's more comfortable, you don't have to have your pinky finger on there. The best way to do it is to start at the heel, because the way it works is for each note, you do 1 stroke of the bow, so you go from the heel to the tip. So you go 1, 2, yeah, 3, 4, and then yeah,
Whoa.
just, you don't have to push down as hard as that. Okay, I think you're coming along quite well. You probably just need to do a little bit more practicing and then you're probably ready.
It's time for a performance. Nailed it.
Whoa, well done, Harry, that was really good.
Cheers, Leisha. Considering I've never really played a musical instrument, it was great fun trying out something new.
What would you say was the hardest part about learning the song?
Well, there was so much to remember, you see, like where to hold the bow, where to put my fingers on the fingerboard. I think the hardest thing was putting it all together at the same time.
I can imagine. And with great time and practice, you could get even better. Maybe even start your own band.
But for many of us, the end goal is more about just playing a certain instrument. The ultimate goal is becoming a superstar, selling out stadiums and producing award-winning albums.
However, you may be wondering what it's like trying to make a name for yourself in the music industry. Well, here to speak to us about his experiences with his own band, The Misgivings, please welcome lead singer and guitarist, Will Pearce. Hi.
Hello
Hi,
there.
Will.
All right.
So, I believe your music career started right here at the University of Portsmouth.
Yeah, officially it got started. I was playing in bands throughout school, throughout college, and then I came to University of Portsmouth, and yeah, I was based in Eldon, you know, not too far from the Guildhall, and you know, I started playing in bands around. You know, there was a good scene around locally. Met a few musicians, started playing. You know, playing a little bit more. Obviously, there's a lot of independent venues because there's a lot of pubs around in Portsmouth, as you probably know. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's kind of it, really. I mean, I've been and then sort of taken it from Portsmouth and beyond, really. You know, beyond the UK, beyond to Europe, and yeah.
So what was it that inspired you to start a band, or maybe who?
Well, what inspired me? I suppose I'm from a musical family. My mum's a pianist. My dad doesn't play any instruments, but he sings a lot. My sister was a drummer, and she used to play brass instruments, really heavy brass instruments. She used to make me carry her euphonium, if anyone knows what that is, home. And yeah, I mean, she was playing in a band, playing drums, and I went to see her play when I was about 13, 12 years old, and I sort of liked the sound of the music that she was playing. And I wanted to do something like that myself with my own friends, and yeah, that was it. And you know, hearing bands around the time,
Yeah.
you know, I'm into a lot of punk rock music, sort of the newer sort of stuff that comes out of that. You know, sort of like late 90s, early 2000s.
Is that the kind of genre of music that you play with?
Yeah. We're yeah, we started out as quite a sort of aggressive kind of punk rock band, quite fast. I mean, that was always the music I wanted to play, and we've sort of slowed down a little bit. There is more melody in what we do now than ever before, hopefully. But yeah, bands like, I think initially I was inspired by old Green Day records, and then I kind of worked backwards from that, their influences. Bands like The Replacements, Husker Du are a big favourite of mine. Yeah, that's, and then we just try and absorb everything, really, not just one genre, but you know, everything as much as possible, jazz even, you know.
So just lastly, when and where's your next performance?
Our next performance is, we haven't got any more, none until the end of April. We're playing a gig, which our bassist, he's a local promoter around Portsmouth. He puts on a lot of bands from out of town, and he's putting on a gig for my birthday, actually, which we started as a bit of a joke, because he sort of perceives me as being quite low-key around my birthday. I don't really want to ever have a celebration, and he has organised a gig where it's us, we're playing, and a bunch of our friends are playing too, and it's at the Birdcage, which is above the Festing pub on Albert Road.
Okay.
Yeah, the Birdcage is named after a historic venue in Portsmouth, actually, as well, from the 70s. I think Pink Floyd played there when they first started.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks very much for coming in today, Will.
Thank you.
If you'd like to follow The Misgivings on social media, the social links are now displayed below.
Speaking of social media, early on in the show, we asked you the all-important question: why is music important to you? Let's see what some of you had to say. At Kit Hughes at 94 said, music wakes me up in the morning and gets me into a good mood. It's also a great listen while gaming. Thanks for that, Kit.
At UltraBoy94 said music can bring out concentration or emotion into otherwise boring situations, as well as helping to bring back memories.
At Rhiannon Jenkins said that music gives her a reason to smile. Great answer, Rhi. Thank you to all of you for getting in touch and telling us why music matters to you.
So today we've attempted to discover what's so important about music and why we find such enjoyment from it. We've looked at how music is able to bring people together to celebrate their passion of certain styles and genres.
And we've seen just how rewarding it can be learning a musical instrument and the benefits that come with it.
We've also gained an insight into what it takes to make it into the world of music.
But before we end today's show, we wanted to look at an example of how music can not only be used as a tool for entertainment and satisfaction, but also as a tool to help people within the community.
Music Fusion was set up in 2002 and provides musical activities for children who are experiencing challenging life circumstances. The charity has so far given music projects to 35,000 people who may not have been able to experience recording or performing music otherwise.
From rehearsal and recording space to artist support and performance opportunities, they have so much to offer. Therefore, we decided to take a visit to Music Fusion and learn more about the fantastic work they do.
Music is an outlet for anyone. You can show people how you feel on such a different level. I wouldn't be here or the person I am if it wasn't for it. Music Fusion's a place for young people where they can access free music, whether that's just learning to play an instrument, they want a place to rehearse, they want a place to record, they want to get involved in radio. It's just like a kind of a place for that. It's a open access hip-hop session on a Sunday afternoon. A place where they can develop those skills, meet like-minded people and work towards becoming a better artist. So we work with them on writing their lyrics, their stage presence, producing beats, and we encourage them to work together as well on songs. It just kind of trains them really to kind of how to be a MC. Obviously I do all kind of like the hip hop and rap and grime and writing lyrics and things like that. We've all got like our core skills and things that we excel in, but anything metal, rock, jazz, pop, R&B, we cover it all because you never know who's going to walk in tomorrow morning and say, yeah, I like Norwegian death metal, and Jinx will be like, yeah, let's get on with that then. Since coming here to Music Fusion, a lot of them downstairs now have decided that they want to go on to college to do music technology or music performance. They've got an idea of what they want to do. A lot of them volunteer to help here as well. So if we're putting events on, they'll come and be stagehands. So they get a bit of a feel what that side of the industry is as well, rather than just coming here on a Sunday and having a laugh. I got to perform at Royal Albert Hall. I met Prime Minister, Joanna Lumley, James Corden, all that sort of stuff. Got put up in a flashy hotel and got to perform on probably one of the most prestigious stages in the world, I would say. I would probably go that far, and that was because of Music Fusion, so I owe it to them. Words Not Weapons, Mavericks. This is raising awareness around knife and gun crime and crime in general. It's our third instalment of it, and I got given it to project manage, so I wanted to make it huge. Decided to try and aim for 50 young people, got about 40, 45, and getting them all in a room at the same time was near impossible task. The album's been mastered, it's going off for duplication. Our launch night's on the 26th of March, but that's what I'm focusing on with Music Fusion at the moment. Once Words Not Weapons, the tour finishes, I want to try and take it into schools and colleges as well, which is going to be hard, but it's going to be fun.
It was amazing to see all those young people engaged and enjoying music. If you'd like to contact Music Fusion about getting involved with their variety of services, then check out the details shown on your screen now.
Unfortunately, that is all that we have time for on today's show. But I'm sure that you agree that music has and will always have a special place in both the curriculum and our society.
Thank you to everyone that got involved, and special thank you to Will Pearce for coming into the studio and giving us an insight into what having a career in music is really like.
We hope we have inspired you to get involved in music, whether that's joining a band, volunteering with a local charity, or even picking up a musical instrument.
So from myself, Leisha, and all of us here in the studio, thank you for watching and goodbye.
Goodbye.